Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Placement Guidance. So in this video I will be explaining DSA questions asked in Capgemini on 4th May 2021. Before this I had made video on pseudocode asked on 4th May, so I got messages on Telegram to make video on DSA questions. So I have come up with a DSA questions, and if you are new to my channel then subscribe the channel for off-campus opportunity notifications and how to prepare for it. So let's get started with the questions. So the first question of the DSA is that consider two linked lists L1 and L2. They have given two linked lists L1 and L2 and they contain the following integers in the given sequence like shown here. They have given two linked lists here with some data. So what they are saying, L1 and L2 are merged in such a way that the resulting linked list is sorted in ascending order. So what we have to do, we have to merge these two linked lists in such a way that it should be in a increasing order. So this will be our linked list after merging these two linked lists in a increasing order. So this will be our linked list after merging like 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 60, 70 and 80. So till now we have done this. After this, what it is saying, the following operations are performed on the result linked list. So the resultant linked list we get after merging is this, and we have to perform some operations in this linked list. So first operation is a new node containing 99 is joined at the end. So we have to join one node containing data as 99 at the end of this linked list. So what we will do, we will join one node containing the data 99 at the end of this linked list. After that, what it is saying, the second operation, it is saying L is reversed, L is reversed, L is reversed, L is reversed. So how many times this reversed operation they have given? It is 4 times. So 4 is even. If the reverse operation is given even number of times, so after reversing this linked list, you will get the original linked list only. If it is odd, then the linked list will be in reverse order, but the number of operations for reversing they have given is even. So after reversing it n times, that is even number of times, you will get the same linked list, that is this only. So this is a trick you should remember. And after what it is saying, the last node is deleted. What it is saying now, last node is deleted, so this node is deleted from this linked list. And the other operation, what it is saying, again the last node is deleted. So after deleting this, the last node is 80, so we will remove this also. So now our linked list will be till 70 only. This is null now. So 70 next is pointing to null now. So our linked list will be till here only. Now what they are asking, this we have done the operations in this linked list. Now it is saying that which of the following integers will be present at the last node in the resultant linked list after all the operations have been performed. So what will be the last node in our linked list after performing all these operations? So it will be 70. See, the last node containing the data 70 we have in this linked list. So our answer will be 70 for this question. So we will mark option number B for this. The questions are very simple. You just need a simple basic like what is reversing or what is merging, like this. So now we will move on to next question. So the next question is, they are saying consider an array representation of non-circular queue. What they are given? Non-circular queue. That means a normal queue. So the queue containing only 2 in that. The following operations are performed on queue. So we have given one queue with a data 2 only. Now what it is saying? NQ. Now what is NQ? NQ means adding an element to a queue. So from where we add an element? So in a queue there are two pointers like front and rear. So we always NQ our operation at the rear end. NQ means adding. So we always end from the end in the queue. So we are adding 2 in this queue. So now rear from this pointer, it will come to this pointer. I am taking rear as R now. Okay, the other operation is also what it is doing, NQ Q2. Again it is adding 2. So again we have to add 2 to our queue at the from the rear end. So now our rear will be this here. Now again it is NQ Q2, that means again it is adding 2, so again we will add 2. Understand this concept of front and rear. From where I am doing NQ, I am doing it from rear, because most of the questions in Capgemini, in DSA, suppose if there are 10 questions, so out of 10, 5 questions are from like Q only. So just know the basics that there are two pointers in Q, like front and rear, and in Q is the operation which is done from the rear end. So we add the elements from the end in the Q. So now our rear will be this. So this is a queue after doing this operations. So what it is saying now, what will be the number of elements present in queue after all the operations have been performed. Now we have to count the number of elements present in the queue. So it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the number of elements after doing all these operations is 4. So we will mark our option B. Now we will come to next question, that is question number 3. We will see now, in a non-circular queue of size this, front and rear are index pointers of the queue. Like I have explained you above, front points at index 1 and rear points is index 99. Suppose this is the size of a queue, and what they have said that front rears at the, take F for front, it is pointing at the index 1, and take index R for the rear, which is pointing at the index number 99, and front is at the index 1. So now what we have to do, we have to calculate the number of elements present in the queue. So we have to calculate the number of elements in the queue, and what it is saying, assume one based indexing. One based indexing means the indexing starts from 1, not from 0. So as they have also given the front points at index 1, so we know that our queue starts from index 1, and what it is saying, if it is saying rear points at index 99, that means our queue is still here only 99. So we have to calculate the number of elements. See, at last what is the index, it is 99, and from where it is starting from the 1. So the total number of elements in our queue will be 99, not 100. Many of the students would have marked 100, I know, because they have think that it is 0. So if it is from 0 to 99, then there will be 100 elements. But the indexing you have to keep in mind of this, like it is, if it is 1, then the number of elements will be 99 only. Okay, if it is 0, then it will be 100. Now we will see the next question. Consider an array representation of non-circular queue. Like they have given this queue. So this is the queue, -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. This is the queue they have given. What they are saying, the following operations are performed on queue. These are the operations they have performed. Now see, here they have given NQ also and DQ also. So for this, so that we don't have any confusion, what we will do, like we will take 2 pointers, front at the starting and rear at the end. So you have to take front in the starting only, because NQ is always done at the rear end and DQ is always done at the front end. So for NQ we will see the rear part, and for DQ we will see the front end. So what is the first operation they are saying? They are saying NQ Q1. So NQ means add this element into a queue. So from where we add, we add the element at the rear end. So we will add 1 to this, and our rear pointer will come here now. And the next operation, what it is saying, item 1 is equals to DQ. So from where the DQ part happens, it happens at the front end. So this is our front, and so we will, DQ means delete the element from the queue. So we will delete this from our queue, and now our front pointer will be here now. The next operation, what it is saying, NQ Q2. Now we have to add element Q, 2 at a end. So our rear pointer will be now here. After following operations, DQ operations is performed n times. What it is saying, after the above operations are performed, DQ operations is performed n times. After these 3 operations, we have to perform DQ operations in this queue n times, after which queue becomes empty. So we have to perform DQ n times that this q becomes empty. So we have to find the value of n. That means how many times we have to perform dq in this so that the q becomes empty. So just count the number of elements in the q, that much elements we that much like operations we have performed in this q for dq, like 1 2 3 4 5 6. So how many times we have done dq for removing all the 6 elements? 6 times. So our answer will be 6. Now we will see the next question. In a non-circular queue of size 5, front and rear are index pointers. So they have given a queue of size 5 and front and rear are index pointers in that. So which of the following cannot be the value of front and rear? And we have to assume that 1 based indexing. So the indexing starts from 1 and the size of the queue is 5. So what cannot be the value of front and rear? And in this, keep in mind that the front value should always be less than the rear. So first we will see that whether this condition satisfy or not. If this not, that means that cannot be the value of front and rear. Like front is 1 and rear is 5. 1 is less than 5, it is right. 2 is less than 4, it is right. 1 is less than 6, yes. 2 is less than, so this condition all satisfies, so this cannot be the reason. So now we will see the another, like what they are saying, the size is 5 and here you what you can see, the rear they have given is equals to 6 and this cannot be possible. So our option will be 6, C. Now see what question number 6, which of the following statement is correct about the time complexity of BFS and DFS traversal of graph? So we have to see the time complexity of BFS and traversal. So what are the operations? They are saying both BFS and DFS traversals have the same time complexity, or DFS has more complexity than BFS, or DFS has more complexity than DFS. So BFS and DFS have the same time complexity, that is V plus E. So our option will be A, that both BFS and DFS will have the same time complexity. And see, these all questions contain maximum of Q. So just keep in mind the basic functionality of the queue, like there are two pointers for front and rear. We do NQ at the rear part and we do DQ at the front part. So keep these things in mind and all the best for your tomorrow's exam. Hope you like the video. Thank you.